Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're gonna be discussing some Inter Milan news that's been going on for the past couple of days. Now, the biggest thing that's been going on in the past couple of days when it comes to Inter Milan transfer news is the fact that Antonio Conte could leave. I'm looking at all these stories saying Antonio Conte could possibly leave. They're not going to fire him, but he could possibly terminate his contract by mutual consent. And then if he gets replaced, Allegri is going to replace Conte. Here's my opinion about that. I wouldn't mind if Conte actually leaves. I actually wouldn't mind. He's done a lot for the club. He's brought in a guy like Romelu Lukaku, who's done so well for us. But the thing is, Inter have had Sunning as the owners since I think it was 2017 or 2018. That's about 2 to 3 years. And every year that they have had Sunning, they've slowly improved from where they were. And to the fact that now Antonio, they can't get every player that Antonio Conte wants. Because not every club is going to want to sell their players. And not every club is going to agree on a fee that you want to need. And not every club, especially a club like Inter Milan, is going to have the money, especially during a pandemic like this, to buy players that are like this. Antonio Conte, when he wants players, he says he wants experienced players. The only players I've actually heard link with Inter that are like experienced are guys that are past their 30s. Why in the hell would Inter Milan buy someone that's in their 30s? Yes, they have experience. Yes, they have the leadership. But they're 30. They're over 30 years old. Most of them are over 32 years old. They're going down in their career. I would rather have Inter Milan sign someone that's like 29, 30, or 31. Not someone that's over the age of 32. And then I hear Antonio Conte wants N'Golo Kante. What kind of money you think we got? You think we got Man City money? We do not have Man City money. Just want to say that. We do not have Manchester City's money. If we had Manchester City's money, then I probably agree with Conte. And I say, you know what? Let's go get N'Golo Kante. But why do we need N'Golo Kante? We haven't got... He's been the reports, and he's done some stuff in the past week. I'm talking about Brozovic. But he's still a very good player. We still got Skriniar, who probably needs another year to fit Antonio Conte's three at the back formation, but he'll get used to it. That's a part of adapting to new formations. You can't just expect players to adapt in one season. You have to at least give them 2 seasons to adapt to a new formation before you can actually make a sale. And then Inter Milan on their final game of the Serie A season, they beat Atalanta 2-0. So I'm like, you know what? All right, congratulations, Inter Milan. Congratulations. We beat Atalanta. We beat Atalanta 2-0. A team that's almost scored 100 goals in a Serie A season. We beat them by a score of 2-0. And I'm just like, all right, you know what? Inter finished second place. That's a very good season. We got to the Coppa Italia semifinal. We finished second place in the Serie A, which last year we finished 4th place, so that is a lot better. We didn't get the Coppa Italia semifinal last year, so that's a lot better. And there's a good chance we'll probably get to Europa League final this year. And Alexis Sanchez is reportedly going to be signed with us by Thursday. And that's the news reporting that Antonio Conte has gone after the owners of Inter Milan. And I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy? Antonio Conte seems to have a problem. When he doesn't get what he wants, he fucking complains. Sorry for cursing, but I'm through with Antonio Conte and calling out the Inter management, calling out the Inter board of directors. He's even slightly ruined his relationship with Beppe Marotta, I think is the CEO of Inter Milan, or the guy that basically handles all the transfers. That he's known since Juventus. He has a frosty. I saw a report that he has a frosty relationship with that guy, and this guy has known him since Juventus. If you have a frosty relationship with him and you know him since he was at Juventus, he was at Juventus like 5 years ago, that just blows my mind. The fact that Antonio Conte, would actually go at the owners of Inter Milan at the end of the season when we finish 2nd place and we win. Had we lost that game, I would have probably taken that. But we won that game against Atalanta, a team that nearly scored 100 goals in a Serie A season. They were one goal off from scoring 100 goals in a Serie A season. And you want to call out the owners for Inter Milan? If we mutually agreed to terminate his contract, I would not be surprised, and I would actually kind of be happy, because I don't want a coach that calls out the owners when the owners have bought players that have clearly helped the club, and he just does. The players that we have bought, yes, they don't fit. You know, like he didn't want those players, but we still bought good players. We bought Eriksen, we bought Lukaku, we bought all of these guys to fit in Antonio Conte's system. We brought in Ashley Young, we brought in Victor Moses, a guy that Antonio Conte wanted, and he still complains. He's literally a baby. He gets everything. He gets most of everything that he wants. Inter Milan are trying to satisfy him, and he still fucking complains. If Antonio Conte happens to leave Inter Milan, I would not be sad. Because disrespecting a club like this, disrespecting the owners, who, might I add, can sell Inter Milan anytime, and then we be going back downhill. And they actually believe in the project. They have funded the president for the freaking company that owns Inter Milan has said that he believes in the project that is Inter Milan, and yet the coach wants to call out the owners. I've never seen a coach call out the owners before. I've never seen a coach call out the owners, especially the ones with the backing that own Inter Milan. They're in discussions to having a new shirt sponsor that, besides Pirelli, that'll get us more money in terms of our transfer budget. They're adding sleeve sponsors that are going to add more money. They're thinking of talking to a new kit designer that's going to add more money. But yet, the coach wants to complain. And he had the audacity, last time I made a video about this, he had the audacity to say that he wanted 9 to 10 players signed. Does he think we're Man City? Does he think we're Juventus? Does he think we're Bayern Munich? Does he think we're Barcelona? We can't buy these many players. We buy some players, and then you just gotta deal with it for 6 months until January. Then we buy 1 or 2 more players, and they gotta deal with the end of the season. That's how it's just gotta be. Arsenal, look at what Arsenal's been dealing with. Antonio Conte, he'd be complaining 24/7 if he was at Arsenal. And I don't really know what to say, man. Antonio Conte, if you leave, I'm not gonna be sad. I'm really not, because I'm fed up with you complaining about the players that are really good. Lautaro Martinez is good. Eriksen is good. You just don't want to give these players chances, and when they do, when they have a bad performance, you instantly drop them. He dropped Eriksen for the last game to show Eriksen, like, oh, you know, I don't like him. You know, Inter, you know, you never should have bought him. Eriksen's still a very good player, and he can be a very beneficial part of the squad. Antonio Conte just doesn't want a system. Now, when it comes to the coach that could replace him, the number one name that I've heard in the past couple of days is Allegri. And I would love a good Allegri, because Allegri seemed to better Juventus when Conte left, and Allegri actually made Juventus better and better than Conte ever had at Juventus. So if Conte does lead the coach and Allegri becomes Inter Milan coach, I'd love it. I love it, because I'm absolutely fed up with Antonio Conte. And I'm tired of him coming at the club, even though the club has tried to do it. This club is trying currently right now to sign players that Antonio Conte wants to satisfy him, and yet he still complains and calls out the club. If they fire him, they fire him. If they mutually agree, they mutually agree. I just want one thing. Antonio Conte, stop complaining about Inter Milan, because you are getting players that are going to help you, and you just don't want to give them a chance. That's plain and simple as day. That's your fault. Okay? That's not the club's fault. That's not the owner's fault. That's your fault. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.